Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Triangle Strategy. Last time we left off, we did a bunch of stuff with the Roselle, and that was pretty crazy. And we successfully saved ourselves after getting a game over once, so that was also pretty wild. And this time, there's nothing to do in the encampment, right? I do think I just have to progress here. Let's see, I have a bunch of money. I do have a bunch of money. What'll it be? Chaos battle. Anything interesting I can get from here? Oh, I do have upgrades available. Oh yeah, because we found silver in the place, that is right. Or no, not silver, the azure crystal. Well, if I did this on Serenoa, I would be able to get some of these really powerful abilities. Could also do the same thing for Roland, though. Let's give it to Serenoa. Serenoa's our main character and is in every battle required, so... recover HP when you defeat an enemy. Grant +1 to all TPs within range. Under Conviction's banner, usable in battle. So this is an actual skill? Use Superior Iron to learn Under Conviction's banner? Recover HP when you defeat enemies is really good, but this? That's nuts. I'm gonna go for this. Usable in battle, it says. It has to be a skill, doesn't it? It can't be an item, right? Did I just make a whoopsie? Like an item that you could... Okay, so it's the weapon skill. Okay, that makes sense. And it costs 4. Okay, that's expensive. Okay, weapon skill, that makes sense. I don't know, people were probably like, why does he say maybe it's an item? I was thinking like, you know, an item that you can use like once a battle or something, because that's a wildly powerful effect, but now I see why. Okay. Well, sometimes I have a lot of TP on you, so that could be very, very useful. Alright, neat, Serenoa. That's cool. Any other upgrades we can get for anybody? So Roland can be upgraded here. Benedict. Idore. I could increase your strength. I might do that, honestly. Yeah, let's increase Idore's strength. Idore is doing some pretty spooky damage now, so... Yes, hello. I think I just wanna... So we're good on... I could use a few more of those, but let's buy a new accessory first. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Invigorating... There was a certain kind of spice I needed for one of your abilities that was very good, right? Can I not buy it in the shop? I thought it was like Swift Spice or something. Swift Spice, yeah, it is. It doesn't look like I can buy that. Maybe only from like the special merchants? Possibly. Yeah, I'm not seeing Swift Spice. Okay. So I can't just outright buy that, unfortunately. Magic amulets and another strength amulet, maybe? Oh wait, no, you're still sold out of the strength amulets. Okay, let's grab a magic amulet. And I want to put it on... Probably Narv. Narv? Yeah, that gets you closer to Frederica's attack. Okay. And you didn't have anything new and interesting, Archibald? Just a few of these things. Okay, so let's leave. Let us depart. Okay, so Hierophant's Palace. Serenoa uses the discovery of the Salt Crystal to gain an audience with the Hierophant. Alright, let's go. So it'll probably be a shorter episode today. It's currently really, really late, and this is my last video, and I'm tired because one of my other recordings went on for 4 hours.
We granted you an audience because of Minister Exham's petition, but I did not expect you to show us this. A crystal made of salt. How very fascinating. It certainly does contradict the doctrine here in our blessed land. Or it would, were it real. Have you any proof that this was not created by magic or technology?
If it was, who cares? It's still salt. I mean, I understand where you're coming from specifically because you're like, our goddess's salt is blessed and it's the only salt that's good enough, but it's just funny to me that I bring you salt and I'm like, hey look, your religion's wrong, there's salt everywhere, and you're like, nuh-uh, that's fake salt.
Well, with all due respect, Minister, I have a question for you in return. What do you think of Esfrost and Glenbrook's decree to stop trade with Hyzant?
I think it nothing more than a threat. Neither would last very long without our salt.
Gustadolf is no fool. Such an edict would not come without proper countermeasures in place. Countermeasures such as another source of salt, for example. Having their own salt would make Hyzant's redundant, at best, and your nation would soon find itself in dire straits without the salt tax's revenue.
Benedict's out here spitting facts.
What is it you want from us?
Your full support.
Lend us your strength, and together we can defeat Esfrost, and Hyzant's ties to all nations will remain intact.
Not really happy about working with Hyzant, but maybe I can help change some things. Maybe once the salts everywhere stuff comes out, we can successfully get Hyzant to free the Roselle, and then they won't be as awful.
You mean to start a war. The kingdom of Glenbrook may be naught but a puppet now, but it was once your homeland. You understand this, yes?
We do.
Even so, my people do not wish for war. We must try to resolve this peacefully first.
Do you think Gustadolf can be reasoned with? Need I remind you that it was he who invaded Glenbrook? He is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Be that as it may, neither my people nor soldiers will accept it as a reason to go to war.
Then I shall give you one. For I am the second son of King Regna. Roland Glenbrook.
You live. There is no mistaking that face.
So the prince lives to slay his kingdom's invader. We could not ask for a better reason.
That was a cool reveal.
If you need a just cause to go to war, let it be me. We must stop Gustadolf.
It all makes sense now. O Holy One, have you heard? Pray, tell me what you would have us do. It shall be done. Wolfort, Prince Roland, heed the words of the Holy One.
If I have to.
The holy state of Hyzant stands with you. The Holy One would see you defeat Esfrost and restore peace to Norzelia. Our nation shall spare no effort in your fight against Gustadolf. From this day forth, we support Prince Roland as our commander and Lord Serenoa as one of the Saintly Seven.
Okay, hopefully from this position I can start changing some shit around here. Because, yeah, some stuff needs to change in Hyzant.
Me? A saint?
We are brethren now. We ride to war together.
Yeah, I'm all about that goddess. Fuck her.
Well, would you look at that? We secured Hyzant's support, and you even got yourself named one of the Saintly Seven.
We also received a signed document stating the Roselle and Wolford are left in our care.
Okay, now we just need to get the rest of them. Are they gonna make me go to Sunday school or something? Because I don't wanna.
Good going, lad.
Oh, it is Benedict and Roland to whom we owe this victory.
Everyone here has suffered so much on my behalf. My weakness and worthlessness have brought pain and misfortune to you all. And for that I must apologize.
You've got nothing to apologize for. I already told you. House Wolfort's the sword and shield of the crown.
I've decided that I must press forward, even if it means crawling forth on my hands and knees. I ask for your support as always. I know I will need it.
And you shall have it. I am with you every step of the way, my lord.
Is something the matter, Frederica?
No. My apologies for worrying you.
Now, to battle!
What was that, Frederica? Are you just happy, or is there something to that?
We take back Glenbrook with our own hands!
Damn right we do. Man, stuff's really looking up immediately from the last episode where I was at the bottom. Well, we started at the bottom, now we're here. So, a missive arrives from Sikris, alerting Gustadolf to dangers back home. Probably my good friend Svarog. Okay, so nothing else to really do around here. Let's just go hit up this. Saintly Seven discussed their earlier council and the possibilities on the horizon. There's going to be some changes around here.
Did you know about this salt crystal exam?
No. Neither did I know of Prince Roland's survival. I thought he had perished.
Likewise. What did you make of the Holy One's decree?
Hyzant is a grand nation, but unfortunately not one blessed with a bountiful harvest of anything other than salt. Were we not able to trade, there is no doubt our nation would wither to naught. We've relied solely on salt for much too long, and that reality was made painfully clear to us.
Harsh words, but true nonetheless. Do you think we can triumph over Esfrost?
Mark my words, Minister Camso. There is no fight Exham Marshal cannot win.
Didn't I kick your ass at the attorney? Just saying.
The Holy One has ordered for us to deliver our Aelfric to House Wolfort.
And here I thought your research results to be top secret. What a curious turn of events.
Aelfric? Also, yeah, I thought you two looked similar in appearance. Are you like sisters?
Perhaps the Hierophant determined it a good chance to test them in the field. They could easily sink an Esfrosti's ship or two.
Are they bombs?
And yet I see not a trace of a smile on you.
I never wanted to build weapons for war.
Yet you don't think twice about toying with human life. How ironic.
How dare you!
Have a wonderful day.
The audacity of Idore's dog.
Okay, seems to be some disagreements in Hyzant between some of them. Definitely a lot of tension between them. When you have 7 people that are basically ruling the country like that, yeah, of course it's gonna happen. Alright, a missive arrives from Sikris. Oh, Sikris. You're on the wrong side of this, friend. I mean, so am I. But...
Are you certain it's wise to return to Esfrost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
If Sikris's missive is to be believed, I'm afraid matters are far too grave to be left to anyone else. Svarog's deception is nearing its climax. His ill-gotten profits are being used to build a weapon of untold destructive power.
Whoa, 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 Svalrog. I didn't say you could make a nuke with that thing. With all that salt. That wasn't the deal.
Our anonymous source from the manufactory hinted at as much. Svalrog is bold to have carried out his plan this far.
Unless it's a mecha. Honestly, Svalrog, if you made a Gundam, that's pretty badass. Assault Gundam.
We mustn't forget the matter of the explosion sighted in the Wolford domain. We must make his precious death knell ours, and soon.
In the Wolfort domain, we must make his precious death knell. Okay, so both Esfrost and Hyzant have bombs, it seems? It would make sense. Dragan talked about having bombs, and I think at one point it said that Hyzant probably had access to bombs too. I remember reading that they discovered something about it. So yeah, they both have explosives. Explosives are going to come into play now.
Death knell? What's that?
Let the adults speak, my dear.
Well, Thalas, still can't wait to put that dagger in your gut.
If we're to be wed, then there should be trust between us. How long do you intend on treating me like a child?
Very well. Tell her, Thalas.
If you insist, brother. This weapon combines the powerful explosives developed by Dragan with Esfrost's mastery of steelcraft. Although yet to be tested, this cannon is said to have the power to breach even Hyzant's walls. The goddess's shield would buckle under a single blast.
Okay, so you're making a crazy cannon. Gotcha.
But the shield is impregnable.
I have heard nothing of this. Do you think so little of your general?
A general is to win me victory, as and when I command it.
Svarog's intent isn't to bring Hyzant to heel, however. He means to use the cannon against Brother. But the fool was so blinded by ambition that he never saw the strings guiding his every deed.
Fool that he may be, he served his purpose well. The cannon could not have been made without his engineers and Dragan's research. He will die secure in the knowledge that his bloodline contributed to the glory of Esfrost. Sadly, he shall not live to see his work completed. With it, we shall do what our forebears could not. The goddess's shield shall yield before Esfrost's might and ingenuity.
If we can even approach the walls, brother, the trade embargo will ensure that Hyzant is especially wary of our actions.
On the contrary, their focus will turn inward. With naught else to leverage their influence with, they will take measures to see that none of their precious salt escapes their borders. There may be some gnashing of teeth, to be sure, but it will only be in an attempt to hide their inner turmoil. Erica, muster a force, and march to the Hierophant's palace at once. Deliver to Hyzant my final demands.
As you wish, brother. I shall gather what news I can of the Saintly Seven's machinations.
Thalas, you will remain in Glenbrook. Conduct yourself as if I had never left.
You hardly need to ask, brother.
That is all. Now go.
Even his own flesh and blood are but tools to be used and then discarded when their purpose is served.
He has faith only in himself. Such has ever been his way.
Ooh, Evlora talking back. Okay. Yeah, things are definitely starting to hit a climax here. Everyone's getting advanced weaponry and everything. Well, I'm not going to end the video here. I'm going to at least go for 30 minutes, so we'll keep going a little bit longer. So, let's go. But that's some cool revelations that we're getting. Hitting the final act here, I feel.
Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant. Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State. Hyzant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolfort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
Chapter 13. I shouldn't say this is the final act, but it is the climax. We're not to the falling action yet. We're about to hit the climax. So we still have a bit to go, but things are picking up.
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolfort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
Esfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield. We can assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time. We had best expedite House Wolfort's plans to take the capital. Minister Exham, send word to Minister Serenoa.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna attack before they're ready. That makes sense. Let's go for it. I'm all for going on the offensive. Alright, who is this? Guy who they said they were sending. Was it Exham? Yep.
You wish to lend us Hyzant's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Aelfric.
Oh, cool. They're gonna use a cannon. I get magic. Yes, this is what I want.
The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough.
Yeah, so we get magic grenades. Cool.
You saw what Minister Exham did to this fort, did you not?
So those purple flames were from your crystals. This Aelfric you speak of.
We thank you for your support.
Be forewarned that their power makes them unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless, I'm certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use, but Milo should be able to take care of that for you. Use them both wisely.
I am Milo. A dancer by trade, but assistant to the Saintly Seven on occasion. I shall serve you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
I don't think I've looked at your profile, and it seems you're joining me now, so... A dancer who appears almost out of thin air to do the Saintly Seven's bidding. She serves as their spy and can easily hold her own in a fight. Wait, what's her last name? Yoel.
You sure you'll be okay?
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with danger.
A Hyzantian spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Aelfric should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camsel's will join in the attack. Can we entrust command to you, Minister Serenoa?
Most certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan to reclaim Glenbrook.
Okay, things are taking an interesting turn. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Alright. Whiteholm Castle. Ooh, we just got a lot of events popped up. Okay. So, what's your face didn't actually join the party, so... Sickers reports a theft in the archives to Gustavov. Theft in the archives, you say?
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sickris.
Forgive me. My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily, they were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts. All they were able to make off with was a single book penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Ooh, okay.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frederica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
I wonder who did the actual, thieving.
Thalos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her. Do we know what was written in this book?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
It must be of some significance, if she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes. Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they both despise.
I shall send a party to hunt down the thieves at once.
No need. Such ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe. No doubt they were simply looking to loot us to fill their own purses.
Is it Travis and Trish?
It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste. Dispatch your soldiers there.
Aye, Your Grace.
Man, Sickris, how can you work for this asshole? Jeez. Alright, well, some stuff's going on. A missive arrives at Whitehelm Castle, informing Thalos and the others of the outcome of Erica's negotiations with Hyzant. And under secret orders, Huet scouts the Telior domain with Flugi. Ooh, I want to see this one. I have a kitten that is currently getting pets right now. He wanted to sit with me.
Benedict asked me to scout out Telior and where the Esfrosti soldiers are stationed. But I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital. But orders are orders. I should report back.
What exactly is happening? That was a weird one. So they sent you away. Usually when someone gets sent away like that, it's not for good reasons, it's to do something behind their back, so... I don't know. We can look here, so let's see. Who was it that actually sent you? Benedict. I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital, but orders are orders. Benedict wants to know something important. Alright, well, let's go ahead and look at this as well, I suppose. And then we'll probably end this episode off, because it'll be a pretty good point.
Ah, tidings from Erica. She says Hyzant refused our final offer.
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzant would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
God, I can't wait to get there and just murder you. I hope I can kick you off a cliff too. Or a building, whatever.
If you play with fire, you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle without the Archduke.
So it has come to war, then?
We just have to beat them at their own game. Their newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit, right, Cordelia?
Enough, Valis. I won't allow such impudence toward the Queen.
Queen? This child is nothing more than a puppet. And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what to do.
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General Avlora. I will answer the Prime Minister. As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath, no matter who may stand against me.
It appears your impudence is contagious, Avlora. Your charge knows not how powerless she is.
I don't know, you're kind of alone right here with Avlora. Avlora could probably murk your ass really easily. I mean, people would probably find out, but Gustadolf's away. Who else is here that could take Avlora in a fight? I mean, the rest of the military maybe, but if we hide the body, ooh, yes.
Worry not, Your Majesty. I shall protect you.
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone. I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself. So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do everything on your own.
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well, General Avlora. As the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustadolf have his way.
You mean to strike down the Archduke?
But I lack the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? They're aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading. Their kind knows no loyalty.
She's right. I'm happy at least to see that Avlora is not as bad as a lot of the other higher-ups in Esfrost. At least Avlora has a heart.
Indeed. But Gustadolf has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on hard times. I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
I understand that, but their years in service to the crown have earned them great influence in politics. I must have their support if I'm to reclaim Glenbrook.
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Not alone. But with you, General Avlora, I can.
Ooh, Avlora gonna turn heel? I'm down for it.
They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General, lend me your strength.
As an Esfrosti general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you've told me. Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did. But I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your trust, I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
I had to. for it is not status or reward that moves you.
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever.
Yeah, Cordelia's pretty smart here. This is a good call. She has you pinned, Avlora.
However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to wait.
General Avlora!
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both Hyzant and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this, for my father and brothers.
An admirable resolve. One which I will see fulfilled. I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
Thank you, General Avlora.
Well, that was a turn of events that I really didn't expect. Wow, okay. Avlora is kind of on our side. Would be cool to get you actually on my squad at some point. What is the vote going to be about? Fighter decides how to use the new weapon gifted to them by Hyzant. Oh, okay, I see. Probably one's going to say bust open the wall, and the other ones might say use it against people. Probably want to avoid that option if I can. Hyzant told me not to use it against people, and it also just seems like it's kind of a messed up thing to do. But, alright, I think we're going to go ahead and end this episode of Triangle Strategy off here. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.